rail jam versus video part. And I think what he's referring to is recently Jill posted a video talking about riders, kind of prioritizing rail jams over video parts. Maybe a bit of a not pro rail jam take, it seemed like, which is a fun topic. So
let's chop it up.
Let's chop it up. Who's taking this one? Reid?
I could start it off.
Yeah, get started off.
I never thought the rail jam was a threat to the video part. I think it's cool for, you were saying you got on Solomon through a rail jam. I think I got invited to like a Snowboarder magazine event through a PBRJ. So no problems there as long as everyone knows that the end goal is the video part and that the brands know to not get that twisted.
Yeah. I think to Jill's point, it's like she's just kind of wondering if brands are going to care more about if you pull up to the rail jam versus if you spend your whole winter working on the video part. And I think you can do both for sure. But yeah, I think that's kind of where it gets a little interesting. But
you could do both,
yeah,
but you can't
do both.
You can't. It's going to be a little half-assed in either the rail jam front or the VG or video part front. I meant to say VP.
Cody, you got to take.
I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit.
Yeah,
like it's so hard. Like you're just fucking snowboarding. Like I get it. It's just funny to me. Like all the people that have these arguments are people that are like, they're just in their own zones. Like they're just doing their thing. It doesn't like quite matter. You're just fucking snowboarding. Why are you getting jealous of the other side of the like
for sure
what we all do? It's fucking.
Yeah,
it's kind of a cop-out.
Everyone's just playing to their strengths. If you got the 450s on, you're going to be all about
straight up.
Really?
Also,
like,
just do what you want, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to go run the rail jam circuit and boss up and win every single rail jam, do it.
Also, everyone's so good that you can fucking do that.
No, it's definitely
It's not
not.
an easy task.
It's impressive if you can run the rail jam
Not
circuit,
everybody
for sure.
wants to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking go do it, dude.
I think also too, it's a good way to make a name for yourself, right? Like I think about when I was young and hungry, it was like made a name for myself going to rail jams. You snowboard in front of people. I think the one thing that I think's interesting too is when you look at the in-person factor. I was thinking about this. We did an event back east at Loon, and Zeb Powell pulled up, and there was all these kids that were like, "Holy shit! I just saw Zeb Powell in person snowboard." And there's something cool about seeing, whether it's a rail jam or a slope style or even just seeing a pro snowboarder snowboard in person. It's like the live band versus the album. Like the video part's the album, right? You're listening to the album. You're fucking hyped on the album. The video part's the pinnacle, I think as far as snowboarding and the industry's concerned, it's how we pick Rider of the Year and all of that stuff, right? So I think when you see somebody snowboard in person, though, it can have a big impact. Like for me, when I was a kid, seeing pros, at last call and everything was major.
For sure, but then there's some rail jams that are so cheese. Like we were at the bowling alley, JMO had his iPad up. We just watched slope style X Games.
Well,
I was fired up.
That was just bad.
And then
That was cooked.
after another game of bowling, the rail jam shit came on, and it I think was a bad representation. But that's not on anybody but the people that set up the X Games shit.
Yeah.
Slopestyle was good.
Slopestyle was
I thought you were
fucking
talking about
dope.
Rail jam. Slopestyle was dope.
Yeah.
Slopestyle was fucking mind blowing.
Oh yeah.
And then the
I hadn't
rail
seen a slopestyle contest in like 5 years. I didn't know what those guys were doing, and it was beast. Meanwhile, we were just bowling at Bondwood. A couple quadruple corks going down. We're just like, oh, okay, another pitcher.
Absolutely. What do you think's a good rail jam versus a bad rail jam?
I think you gotta pay the people to show up, so it's not just these, and no shots fired to the people that show up at those events. I would do the same thing, but you gotta make it worthwhile for someone like Jed and Lewif to be there, and like the actual goats of the video parts you gotta butter their biscuit in some way so they'll show up. So then it can be maybe a better representation of what's actually going on in the streets if you're calling the event street style or whatever the fuck they call it.
Good point. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, that would be nice to see a blend of the video part dogs that can actually hang. It, dude, because the fucking level is insane.
For sure.
People are chucking roast in
Oh, yeah.
all different directions.
But it'd be dope to see like Tommy G in there.
100%.
Straight up.
Yeah.
And then that would be a dope introduction for someone that doesn't know what they're doing, like just getting into snowboarding, watching X Games, to see these names and then be able to look them up and then see the whole other side of it compared to other people that maybe just do rail jams and they look those names up and then just see other rail jam contests.
Good point.
It's also, some people are just so good at that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, some people are just so good and want to, like, show down for people. And then there's other people, like, I don't know, I couldn't speak for Jed or whatever, but, like, some people will just want to go kill themselves on some, like, cool shit that they want to do, you know? And then you get in front of a crowd and you're like, oh, like, it's kind of scary. Like, it's fucking intimidating.
That's why you got to pay them to show up.
Well, yeah, but nobody's paying anybody to go to a contest, you know?
X Games got the bread for that though.
I guess. But then that's one contest.
Yeah, then they got pipe, they got slope, they got everything else. That's a good point.
I think it's kind of setup dependent too.
True.
When you do the street jam, street rail jam, bro, I think back to like when I was really young watching rail jams, there was this Nike 6.0 rail jam. It's like 4 rails, down, flat down, maybe down rail, some other random stuff on a stair set. And it's like, that's kind of like what heavy metal's doing, right? But if you're going to make it a street jam, run that for X Games, you know? Like,
Yeah, that shit looks like the Woodward.
yeah,
Park
don't make
setup.
it this like toned back thing from what the street jam is going to be. Put some concrete down and see who wants to put it up for real.
Like the Be Somebody contest you guys did at the Delta Center?
Oh yeah, that was fun.
That was chaos. That was awesome.
That was good.
Wobbly rail, people
Yeah.
getting after it. Who won that? Norm? Did Norm win?
Norm
Yeah.
W.
Yeah.
I mean, that
I
was
think,
so loose, too. We didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But
That
I
was
think
sick,
Egan
though.
maybe won for the girls, or
yeah, possibly.
I forget. We were just sitting on top
dude.
of the van the whole time announcing, and
I think about that
Kicking it.
every single year.
That was so fun.
So
That was a fun one.
Dude, I'll tell you, I'm on the goddamn rail jam circuit on the microphone for all the heavy metals and a bunch of other ones like our events and stuff. I fucking love just gassing people up to try to front board shit. And like,
sure.
you know, you see somebody, you know, I was at the one in Duluth when Benny Milam was trying to cab 2 that Savage
That was nuts.
rail.
He had that too.
Dude,
Like,
that
he
was-
basically did it. That was
Cascade
nuts.
King,
Yeah,
right?
Cascade.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which did Sam cab to it or somebody actually, or did he die cab to it? Sam Anderson?
No,
I think he
Sam-
got kind
Sam-
of smoked.
Anderson?
Yeah,
Or
there's a clip of
Sam
him.
Klein,
I thought it was
maybe?
Klein.
Maybe what? Yeah, I can't remember
Klein,
what.
maybe.
Somebody
No, I
got
think it was Sam
served-
Anderson that
Sam
tried
Anderson
it, and
got
he
served
kind of
up.
caught his heels.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think it's been
to,
done.
to back
hasn't been done.
to the
That
bottom
shit
of the
is-
set.
Somebody needs to do that. That'll be That's so dangerous.
Yeah, that rail is fuck.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do that, why would you if I was gonna do that, I wouldn't be doing it during the rail jam.
No chance.
That's the
You wanna
thing.
go film
That's
it.
the thing, though. That's where you like space out those big tricks with like you consistently riding for like an hour and a half or whatever it is. Like
I agree, but there is that like gladiator moment in time that is pretty special. When
Be
somebody has to
somebody.
make-
yeah,
yeah,
if
the
you're
gladi-
running
University.
somebody, for sure.
yeah, gladiator.
Yeah,
moment.
we got to get BSU back in.
Yeah, be
in
somebody
session.
university and roll this summer.
Yeah, can you-
Be ready for the spring.
yeah. Give us some details on it.
Dude, it's been years. we got
seems like a
yeah,
Brett
we got
tangent.
we got applications
I
out the ass.
forget what this tangent even was, but yeah, I forget where the university jargon even came from, but yeah, be somebody university. You know, you can send in an application to
To
God
you
knows
personally.
where. Yeah,
Just walk
to my
in.
DMs. Just say we want to join the crew.